You have no idea how this Elon Musk now and this Epstein business and Trump and Pam Bondi, how it's out of control. I mean, this is incredible because Elon Musk once again has taken to X, I know Twitter, to escalate his war against Trump world, this time launching an explosive and entirely unsubstantiated claim that Steve Bannon, the architect of the MAGA movement, is on Jeffrey Epstein's client list. I mean, think about this. Elon provided absolutely no evidence, no source, no documentation, just a raw accusation designed, my friends, to detonate political alliances and shatter reputations. Whether it's true, false, or somewhere in the muddy middle, Elon Musk's accusation is not just a personal swipe, it's a nuclear escalation in his broader assault on Trump-aligned figures and an ominous sign of where the information war is now headed, and it's getting brutal. It's nasty. See, the backdrop to Musk's post is crucial. It comes just days after Attorney General Pam Bondi and President Trump gave their now notorious responses to a reporter asking about Epstein's ties to intel agencies. That cabinet room exchange, filled with deflection, discomfort, and revisionist spin, sparked nationwide, worldwide frustration and renewed suspicion. You see, the DOJ memo leaked to Axios claimed that Epstein had no client list, no blackmail material, and no associates worth prosecuting, and that he didn't himself. And Pam Bondi, whose February statements about the client list sitting on her desk had fueled hopes and desires and wishes of transparency and maybe something could be done. Now says she meant a file. Yeah, I meant a file. I had a file of unrelated documents. What? You've been told to move on, and Elon Musk, sensing the hypocrisy, chose instead to throw gasoline on the fire. Oh, this is wild. His accusation that Steve Bannon, once the ideological backbone, the wheelhouse of Trump's White House, is tied to Epstein? It's more than a personal insult. It's a provocation. See, Bannon is a symbol of populist resistance to what's called globalist corruption. This is a political tactician of renown who built his career attacking elite power structures. And to suggest that Steve Bannon was part of Epstein's inner circle is to accuse him of being everything he claimed to fight. And Musk knows exactly what he's doing. He's weaponizing the Epstein story to destroy reputations, to cause dissent problems without the burden of proof. Leaning into this insane pandemonium, this chaos caused by a government unwilling to reveal the truth. Now, Elon's feud with Bannon has been simmering for months, many contend. Bannon, on his War Room podcast, mocked Musk's push to build a third party, as well he should, labeling him a foreigner and saying he should be deported. And Musk hit back with a tremendous fury, calling Bannon a fat, drunken slob and predicting that he would go back to prison, and this time for a long time. Oh, my God. But his latest attack involving and invoking Epstein, oh, my God, is a line most political actors won't ever cross. See, it signals that Musk is done playing insider tech mogul and is fully embraced and grabbed both hands the role of destabilizing force in American politics. You think he went away? You think he just, slipped away? Get out of here. His goal right now is no longer to influence from the sidelines. It's to dismantle the power structures by detonating them and exploding them, almost like a controlled demolition. You know what I mean? Think jet fuel intellectually. And the timing of his post, Musk said, is impossible to ignore. It lands during a news cycle dominated by the DOJ's implausible claim that Epstein's files contain no evidence of crimes worth prosecuting, and that he wasn't, whacked. It also lands amid Pam Bondi's embarrassing, really embarrassing backtrack, in which she now claims there never was a client list on her desk, despite explicitly saying so months earlier. And Americans are being gaslit. They're told that the biggest sex trafficking ring in modern U.S. history had no buyers, no clients, no facilitators, no foreign intel entanglements, nothing. They're told that Epstein's death was a suicide, okay? A suicide, despite countless forensic experts, including the great Michael Bannon, disagreeing, despite evidence of fractures of the hyoid bone and thyroid cartilage, petechial hemorrhaging, and all the other indicia of homicide. They're told the missing jailhouse footage was a routine glitch. Nothing to see here. Move along. Despite its central and critical importance, and into this trust hole, this vacuum, steps Elon Musk, tossing around names like Bannon's, knowing full well that in the absence of transparency, speculation becomes currency, the Bitcoin of furtive information. Now let's be clear. If Elon Musk has proof, he should produce it now. If he doesn't, he's playing a dangerous game, one that undermines real efforts to hold Epstein's co-conspirators accountable. We'll see. But that's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happens when the government refuses to do its job. The vacuum left by Pam Bondi's silence, by the DOJ's refusal to release full Epstein files, by the media's sudden, loss of interest, this is what fills it. Social media become the courtroom. Accusations replace indictments, chaos reigns, and power thrives in the confusion. Oh, hallelujah. It's great to be alive. And the deeper question is, why is Musk doing this now? And one theory is that Musk, who once curried favor with Trump's group and his orbit, now sees them as compromised. With Pam Bondi's memo shielding unnamed associates, and Trump dismissing Epstein questions as a desecration. Musk now appears to believe maybe that the populist movement has lost its teeth, its heart, its gumption, its focus. And maybe it's become indistinguishable from the establishment that it once vowed to destroy. If that's the case, his strategy is clear. Burn it all down, destroy it, accuse, mock, destabilize, force the issue back into public discourse and discussion through sheer, unmitigated, unparalleled spectacle. It's a cynical but an effective move, given the institutional rot and the disgusted, fetid cesspool that we're seeing unfold in real time. But there's another possibility. Listen to this. That Musk is being reckless, opportunistic, or worse. Maybe he's a little crazy. Maybe a little nuts. Throwing around Epstein accusations without evidence is not a political strategy. It's a kind of a scorched earth slander. It's a dementia. If Bannon is guilty, let's see the files. If he's not, Musk has done precisely what the elite media have done for years, to weaponize Epstein's victims for personal or political gain. Either way, the DOJ's refusal to reveal the truth is what enabled this chaos in the first place. So the public right now, has got to and should be furious. Beyond furious, livid. Not just at Musk or Bannon or even Trump, but at the system that allows this circus to continue. Where's the client list? Where are the unsealed indictments? Where is the actual real video from Epstein's seized hard drives? Tens of thousands of hours. Bondi herself acknowledged that even exists. Why are we relying on billionaires with Twitter or, I guess, X accounts to get answers instead of federal prosecutors, grand juries, and the like? Why is the entire Epstein operation treated like a minor footnote, some little an aside, by the very people who once promised to expose it and to unearth it, who looked you in the eyes and said, don't worry, truth will come. This isn't just about Epstein. It's about trust, or rather, the complete erosion of it. You see, Americans no longer trust the DOJ. They no longer trust the Department of Justice to investigate the elites. They don't trust the media to tell the truth. And now they're beginning to question whether even the outsiders, Trump and Bannon and Bondi, were ever serious about exposing this infected, fetid rot. When promises of transparency turn into sealed files and, finger-wagging scoldings from a podium or some lectern, I should say, people start to turn to voices like Elon Musk. Plus, he's exciting. And even when those voices are erratic or unproven, they at least appear unafraid. Unafraid to speak, names and volumes that the government has buried. See, the bottom line is this, my friend. If the DOJ had done its job, Elon Musk wouldn't have the platform to make these accusations. If the Epstein files had been released in full, uncensored, unredacted, unfiltered, unedited, we wouldn't be watching billionaires try to tear each other apart on social media with accusations that belong in a courtroom, in essence. You see, the government's refusal to act has created an information vacuum. And in that very vacuum, truth and lies are indistinguishable. If Elon Musk is telling the truth, release the files. If he's lying, the DOJ should say so. Just say so on the record. And explain why Steve Bannon isn't named in the Epstein case. But the one thing that no one should tolerate anymore is silence. Because the longer this cover-up continues, the more damage it does. Not just to political careers and, trajectories and all that, but to the very idea, this crazy idea that justice is possible in America. That makes sense to you? It does to me. So what do you think, my friends? Let me ask a favor of you. Please like this video. Hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. Your comments are great. I've got some questions for you to answer at your leisure. Your questions are terrific. And more importantly than anything else, subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. 80-something% of the people who watch us don't subscribe. I don't know why. But in the meantime, my friend, I always say to you, as I always beseech, implore, importune, and ask that you comment as you see fit.